If you want to get wealthy, or rich even, real estate is one of the best investments to achieve that goal. A lot better than your little ETF savings plan, that's for sure. You want to know why? I'll tell you exactly in this episode of the GermanReal.Estate FAQ. Now we could make a huge debate what wealthy or rich even means, but this is not the purpose of this video. So let's just take €1,000,000 because it's a nice round number and it also seems to be what many people want to achieve. Becoming a millionaire. Alright then, let's see how much you need to save in order to become a millionaire with just your own money. It mainly depends on the time you would like to become a millionaire and the return you are making with your investments. For the return, we took 7% because that's the historic return of the stock market over a long period of time. But keep in mind, there's no fees, no taxes and no inflation in the 7% return per year. So it's actually pretty optimistic to achieve that. But anyway, to become a millionaire over 30 years, you would need to save €850 each month with a return of 7% per year. If you would like to become a millionaire in 20 years, you would need to save more than twice as much, €1,960 a month. And to become a millionaire in just 10 years, you would need to save €5,820 a month with a 7% rate of return. Why so much? Because you have almost no compounding interest over this short period of just 10 years. I mean, look at 50 years just for reference. It's a very nice exponential curve, while the 10-year chart is almost flat. And that's why 50 years requires only €200 monthly investment. It's a lot more affordable than €5,820, which statistically only a very tiny fraction of you guys can save every month. Even if you live extremely frugally and spend only €1,000 a month on living, rent, food, spaghetti carbonara all day, you would need to earn €144,000 gross salary here in Germany to get €6,870 monthly net salary. That puts you very into the top 1% earners of Germany. I told you only very few of you can actually do it. So how about we try to find a solution for the vast majority of you? In order to find a solution, let us understand first what the problem is with a traditional savings plan to see what we can do better. Firstly, and we've seen that just a moment ago, you need a really high salary in order to invest the required amount. If you want €6,870 net salary, you need €12,000 gross salary, because you pay about €3,900 in taxes and €1,250 in social security. It's simply too much money. Let's be honest with each other. Who is able to save almost €2,000 each and every month for at least 20 years? Consistently. Let's not even talk about the almost €6,000 monthly investment we had earlier. €2,000 every month is hard enough. Investing your net salary is not that tax efficient. And every time you make a profit with investing the money that you pay taxes on already, you pay another 25% capital gains tax. That's not tax efficient at all. So if you want to get wealthy or rich, let's try to find investments with tax benefits. So we need some outside sources of funds, other people's money, as Robert Kiyosaki calls it in his book Rich Dad Poor Dad. You can love him or hate him, but he's right with this one. Just saving and investing your money alone is probably not gonna get you rich. And that brings us to the solution: leveraging with debt. Now, please do not go out, take the biggest consumer loan that you can find and spend it on stupid you don't need anyway.
But Axel, you said that debt is the solution.
There's a difference between good debt and bad debt, and it's a fundamental one. Good debt is what you would use to buy assets that will make you more money in the long run. That's why rich ass people get mortgages even though they could afford to buy a property outright if they wanted to. But instead of buying one property outright, they rather buy 10 different properties, each with a little down payment and a huge mortgage. That is good debt. That is leverage. And that will make you more money in the future because it scales. If you are willing to take the risk, because leveraging increases your risk, generally speaking. One could argue that buying 10 properties also minimizes your risk because you're much more diversified than buying just one single property, and that's right, But from a mortgage perspective, it's definitely more risky, because you know how it goes, don't you? The bank always gets its money. And that's why the minimum investment into our properties is just 100 euro to allow every one of you to diversify as much as possible. And you don't even have to go through the lengthy and annoying mortgage application process yourself, because SPVs holding their properties do that for you. So you get instant diversification and the power of leverage. Just check out our website GermanReal.Estate, that is linked in the description. And just this quick, we found a solution for problem 2 we discussed earlier. That just investing your own money is not gonna get you as rich as you could be with the power of leverage. Now let's talk about how we can make your entire wealth building journey more tax efficient. You pay a of taxes from your payslip. Not much we can do here. But at least we can get a lot of that money back with tax-deductible costs. When buying a property here in Germany that you rent out to somebody else, all the closing costs you have, notary, ground purchasing tax, real estate agent, are tax-deductible. While having a rental property, all expenses are tax-deductible as well. Interest that you pay the bank, not the principal, unfortunately. A property manager, insurance. Depreciation is a big one, we touched on that just a couple of weeks ago. Almost everything is tax deductible when buying a rental property here in Germany. And since income from real estate falls into the same category as income from work, you will decrease your overall tax rate if you make a taxable loss from investing in rental properties, because of all the tax deductible costs you have. Amazing, isn't it? Your tenant and Finanzamt will actually pay most of your mortgage for you. Maybe not everything with the current interest rates, depends on the exact property mostly, but at least the vast majority. And since some of you have been asking if you get tax benefits from investing in our real estate securities, yes, indirectly. The SPVs holding their properties file for the tax benefits that I just mentioned. And the first 1,000 euros in profits you make by investing in our properties can be completely tax-free. So, yes, you get double tax benefits. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, why real estate can make you rich. If you do it right, of course. Because using other people's money and utilizing tax benefits is only one part of the story. Of course, you need a really good property in a good location in order to have a successful real estate investment. But that's a story for another video. So why don't you subscribe and watch some of our other videos.